Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering AgeLocker Ransomware uses Google's Age encryption tool to encrypt victims' files. The ransomware delivering Phorpiex Botnet resurfaces again to conduct email-based malspam campaigns worldwide, and a SMISHING scam spreads a fake TikTok Pro app containing malware. A ransomware named AgeLocker utilizes the Age encryption tool created by a Google-employed developer to encrypt victims' files. After a close examination of the encrypted files by security researchers, it was discovered that a text header was added to each file that starts with the URL age-encryption.org. The URL age-encryption.org takes you to a GitHub repository for the encryption utility called Age, created by Filippo Valsorda, who's in charge of cryptography and security on the Go team at Google. According to the manual for Age, the utility was designed to be a replacement for the GNU Privacy Guard to encrypt files, backups, and streams. The hackers behind AgeLocker seem to be using the Age command line tool to encrypt the victim's files instead of using encryption algorithms such as AES plus RSA. Age uses the X25519, which is an ECDH curve. CHACHAR20-Poly1305 and HMAC-SHA256 algorithms, all of which make for a very secure method of encrypting a file. The AgeLocker ransom note is sent via email. Once hackers gain access to a victim's machine, they utilize the Age encryption tool to encrypt the victim's files. While encrypting the victim's data, a custom extension with the victim's initials will be added to each encrypted file name. In a unique twist for ransomware infections, instead of leaving a ransom note on the encrypted computer, the attackers email the ransom note to the victim. This ransom note lists the devices encrypted by the ransomware and instructions on how to get the payment information. The ransomware note reads in part, "Unfortunately, a malware has infected your network and millions of files has been encrypted using a hybrid encryption scheme. File names encrypted too. You have to pay for decryption in Bitcoins. The price depends on how fast you write us. After payment, we will send you the tool for Mac and Linux that will decrypt all your files. Do not try to decrypt your data using third-party software. It may cause permanent data loss." According to victims of AgeLocker attacks, hackers ask for 7 Bitcoins or approximately $64,500 to decrypt the files. Unfortunately for victims, it does not appear possible to recover files encrypted by AgeLocker for free at this time. A recent global alert from researchers at Check Point detailed how hackers used a ransom-delivering Phorpiex Botnet to initiate email-based malspam campaigns globally. Malspam campaigns using the Phorpiex Botnet have spread so quickly that the botnet jumped all the way to second place on Check Point's top malware listing in June of 2020, up from 15th in the previous month. Phorpiex is spreading Agelocker Ransomware and sextortion campaigns. While hackers have been using the botnet to spread large-scale sextortion malspam campaigns, they are now using the botnet to infect computers with Agelocker Ransomware. Agelocker Ransomware can scramble data on a computer while demanding a ransom in return for file decryption. In 2019, over 1 million Phorpiex infected Windows computers were discovered. Considering that the malware campaign has doubled in scope in May and June of 2020, the number of affected devices should continue to only get much higher. According to Checkpoint, in the past, Phorpiex, known as Trick, was monetized by distributing other malware such as GanCrab, Pony, or Pushdo, using its host to mine cryptocurrency or for sextortion scams. It is now being used to spread a new ransomware campaign. Organizations should educate employees on how to identify the types of malspam that carry these threats, such as the latest campaign targeting users with emails containing a wink emoji, and ensuring they deploy security that actively prevents them from infecting their networks. When battling malspam and phishing attacks like these, organizations need to proactively detect and respond to any abnormal user behavior in a fast and scalable way. Furthermore, it's critical to give IT departments visibility into user behavior to attempt to quickly spot what actions aren't normal and to take steps to stop this type of attack before it causes harm to your organization. According to Checkpoint, the only malware strain that beat the Phorpiex Botnet in June of 2020 in terms of scale and destructiveness was Agent Tesla, an advanced remote access Trojan that also functions as a keylogger and information stealer. The Indian government recently blocked the Chinese video sharing app TikTok. As a result of the block, people wanting to use the app have resorted to different methods of accessing it. It seems that hackers are now attempting to benefit from the situation, as Indian authorities have issued warnings about smishing links that are promising to redirect users to the professional version of TikTok, but in reality, are sending victims to malware downloads designed to steal sensitive data. What is smishing? Smishing is a form of phishing in which hackers send SMS or text messages from purportedly trusted sources to dupe victims into clicking a tainted link or giving them personal data. Posing as government agencies, banks, or even family and friends, criminals deploy social engineering techniques to lure victims into handing over financial information, login credentials, social security numbers, and other sensitive data. Victims who fall prey to smishing attacks can have their identity stolen, bank accounts looted, or end up with malware installed on their phones. Banks and law enforcement agencies globally are warning that fraudulent text messages are becoming more numerous and sophisticated. Citizens reported 98,055 instances of phone-enabled schemes in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland to the organization Action Fraud, the UK reporting center for fraud and cybercrime, between January 1st of 2019 and March 31st of 2020. Unsuspecting Indian victims have been receiving phony TikTok messages through both SMS and WhatsApp. The messages are generally similar and followed by a URL link where the recipient can download the TikTok Pro APK file. Once the malicious file is downloaded, the app shows the genuine TikTok app's icon and asks for several permissions, including accessing the microphone, camera, and image gallery. Once the user gives permission, the app stays on the phone and begins stealing user ID and social media profile credentials. Since the Indian government blocked access to the TikTok app on both Google Play and the App Store, users unfortunately have turned to illegal ways of accessing the app and have found themselves victimized by the infected versions of the app. To avoid installing malicious or fake apps, users should educate themselves on how to identify fake apps and pay extra attention to details such as checking an app's description before downloading, sticking to official app stores, and checking out who the developer is. Using a reliable mobile anti-malware tool may also help prevent fake and malicious apps from getting installed on one's phone. You know, As I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like SpyHunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. SpyHunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. SpyHunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the SpyHunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. SpyHunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download SpyHunter today. Thanks for watching.